Hello friends, happy Sunday. We are gonna do our door hanger for Paint Club for February tonight, and it is Easter themed. So we've got our cute little door hanger on a pallet. It is a bunny. And if you're in Paint Club 2.0, you get both the door hanger and the tier tray, which coordinate together. Tonight we are just going to be painting the door hanger portion. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Move all my top pieces off of here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just paint it the same way that the example is painted. We'll see, but that's the goal right now, or I guess, yeah, that's the goal right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Sage Mint Green for my palette board for the background. I'll probably go in and add some distressing to this too here shortly. Let this dry up first. So I said I'd be live about 5, but I know I'm on here a little bit early. Got Super Bowl going tonight, so I'm gonna make sure we're done for that. I need to go take my walk still, so I just thought I'd hop on now so I have time to eat dinner and all those things. How's everybody doing today? So again, just doing our background with the Sage Mint. I'm gonna go in with a dry brush here in a second and add a little bit of distressing to this background. So I'm only doing one coat too. I'm not too worried about having a solid coat because of that. And then these two pieces are part of the palette board as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint those real quick. I do have a little extra paint here I'm gonna scoop out with this brush. Hello, hello. If you're just hopping on, we are painting our February Paint Club kit. We're just doing the door hanger portion of it tonight. And honestly, these are super quick and easy little crafts, and then you can use them to decorate your home. And I just use my fingers to kind of clean up the edges of that. All right, so next up, I'm gonna grab some burnt sienna. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on here. I'm gonna take my dry brush and I just get some paint on there, and then I'm gonna offload it onto my towel so that it's not super, like there's just not a whole bunch. I'm gonna go heavy on the edges of the palette, and then lighter throughout the palette. And then I'll just do that same process again. I'm gonna do it on the other end. I'm still just gonna swoop it down one more time. You guys probably can't see it too well on the camera, but it just distresses the edges a little bit. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on these little guys. These will probably, yeah, these ones will get a little bit more distressed. And then they'll go on just like so when we're done. I'm gonna do a little bit more on this one. I feel like that second one got a little bit extra. All right, so next up, I like to separate my colors. So we're gonna have our little ears and our paw pieces will be done in a light pink, along with that flower piece there. Got a couple of buttons, our little heart nose. All right, and then all these are white. So let's find our little light pink color. For that, I'm gonna use cotton candy. And I'm actually gonna use a sponge for these. Just because they're little pieces, it'll just be easier to paint. So just that light pink. Now I will say to just be careful that you're not dipping your sponge into some of the paint on the background. Like on my towel, I use a towel, but if you guys aren't using a towel on your table or whatever, just so that you're not getting that color on your little pieces. And again, our little bunny's kind of like a distressed look, so I'm not worried about making these super coated or shiny. Probably one coat of all the colors is all we're gonna do. All right, I wanna see if I got these all on the right side. Doesn't matter, they just will fit slightly different if I paint the wrong side, and we can always flip them over too, but just trying to do it right from the beginning. Who is watching the game tonight? Who's everybody cheering for? I forget on TikTok you can have music. I don't go live on TikTok as my primary, so I'm sitting here in silence. We could have some music playing, but that's all right. All right, I think I'm gonna use the, what do we just use? Burnt sienna for my buttons here. So I'm gonna use that same color. And just do the same with my little sponge here for those. And then the last thing we've got to paint before we do detailing and fun stuff is our little bunny, who's white. So I should have done that first, but I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of paint him over here. Let me take you guys this way a little bit. I'll do this in white. I just bought white paint. Where'd I put it? Here it is. Last time we painted, I ran out. I like to use chalk paint because it's thicker. It doesn't take as many coats that way. And I think I'm going to use a brush for the bunny. I could do this with a sponge too. It's just a bigger piece, so I think I'm going to use the brush. Painting our little bunny. Just trying to smooth out some of the brush strokes, but also kind of leaving some of them for texture as well. All right, a little pause and we can start gluing them all together, and then I'm gonna do a few little like details, highlighting and whatnot, and maybe make a little, maybe a bow to go with it. Oh, we do have one other piece to paint. I forgot the hop, but that's just a tiny piece. And really, this was not made as a door hanger. The designer that I use for the file, it was just made as a palette, but I usually do a door hanger in my kits, so we turned it into a door hanger by adding some holes at the top, but you could just use it as like a leaner or whatever too. All right. So I am still gonna start putting some of it together, and then we'll paint that last piece in just a second. Your bunny's got a little outline where it goes. These just set right on the palette, so it's easy to lay it out. So Paint Club is a monthly box. You get the 2 kits. So you get a door hanger. Right now it's been a door hanger and a tiered tray, and they coordinate together each month. They ship right to your door for $49. No extra shipping charges. And then, whoops, I think this goes on this side. Nope, it sure doesn't. It goes on this side. Why is this funky? Does it go on this side? How does my foot go? It goes there. I forgot what I was saying. $49, ships for free. It's an exclusive box, so nobody else can purchase it off the website unless they are an active member. And then active members also have a 20% off coupon code to the website for any other purchases. So it's a really good deal. I think this is his nose. Now he's got little eyes that are etched in. I'm gonna just use a Sharpie at the end to kind of fill those in. You can use a paintbrush if you want to, or don't have to put them in there. You could put little buttons, whatever you want to. I'm just gonna use a marker, like I said. And these are all etched to show you right where to lay your pieces, so no guesswork. Just gotta find all my little pieces now. So I'm just gonna put a dot on each spot here. I'm gonna go in and drop them down. A little tiny bit of glue is all that you need as well. And then I'm just gonna stick his little bow right up here somewhere. Let me find my marker. So my pieces are still drying. The glue is still drying, so you gotta be careful that you don't slide it all around, but there's our cute little bunny so far. So the only other piece that we have is this cute little hop, and I'm gonna do this, I think a light blue background and purple for the letters, whoops. And then we just have some cute details to go over and do, and we will be all done. Oops. And then I'm gonna do this lavender color. for the word hop. And hop is just going to kind of sit right here. You could make a cute little bow. I brought my ribbon over. I don't know what I've gotten here. Let me see. I don't use a ton of ribbon. Mostly just Christmas and fall. So let me see if I have anything in here Eastery, springy. Well, I do have this big pile of mess here we can use. All right, so let's see. First, actually, let's do this. So on the original, there are some polka dots, and I think that's kind of cute. I don't know if you can see them. I'm gonna go ahead and put a few polka dots, and I'm just gonna use the end of my paintbrush, the back side, and make some dots randomly. This part's kind of hard to do up here because there's just not a whole lot of space for dots. Those ones got kind of close together. That one got a little too big. It's all right though. And then I'll do a few more down here. You can put as many dots on as you want to. You can do big dots, little dots, no dots, whatever you want. All right, so there she is. How cute is that? And then let me find just a few cute little pieces here that I can cut and make into like a little makeshift bow. I'm gonna move her out of the way so I don't smudge the dots that I just did. And some of these are really cute. I don't know, maybe like this big, I don't know. Three, here's a piece of purple. Oops, 4, this one's pretty cute. 5, oh, we got 2 of the same ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, then let's not do that. I guess because it had turned over, I thought that it was a different, well, we could do that though. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's, I don't want to do it, it's the same. Well, let's use a piece of this if we can find the end. All right, get rid of all that. Oh shoot, thought I put that right in my paint. I really need to hit this with a dryer. Give me a second, guys. avoid smudging any of those dots is what I'm doing there. So that was the point of that, or the purpose of that. And then I'm not really gonna make an actual bow. This is gonna probably be too big even. I'm probably just gonna glue all these different pieces down on top of each other, and then we'll trim it. Let's see if I have a little button. That might be too many. You might have to do like 1 or 2 less of these. Let me see what I have in here for buttons. Actually, I think that one's cute. A big old jar of buttons. All right. So the word hop also has to go on here, and then all these. So let's start by doing a dot. Sticking our piece down. See if it'll stick like this. And really, there's purple on here. There is. Why is that not sticking? But it's mostly pink, so I think I'm gonna get rid of, I don't know if this is gonna work. I might have to make a real bow like I usually do. It's sticking to my fingers. We'd have our button on here, and then hop would be, I should have put hop on here first, darn it. Did that actually stick? It's not sticking anyways, so hold please. So I'm just gonna take some of this. We'll tie it together and make ourselves our little bow, our little messy fake bow. And I might have to hot glue it on actually too when I'm done, instead of just using this glue, which I don't have the hot glue gun right here, so I might just have to show you where it's gonna go and how it's gonna work. So let me stick hop on here. It's about where I want that to be. I ended up with only 4 pieces here of this. Gotta let it dry, it's sliding all around. This makes it really thick. But I think it's cute, so we're gonna try to make it work. All right, I'm just gonna try to hold this a minute and see if I can make it work. So just trimming that kind of where I want it to land, and hoping this bow dries here in place. And then this button's gonna go right over top of it, so you're not gonna see this part. And I just have to hold that there a minute too to let it dry. And then I just have a few spots where I want to do some like highlights, and then that's it. You could stick some strings right up here through the little holes at the top and hang this up on your door. Super cute. Hop is kind of covered, but that's all right. Okay, and then I like to use, I'd like to use a paint pen that actually works, but mine are always dried out and never work. So I just keep my pen and I dip it into some paint. Oh, I gotta put a button on here too. I'd like to at least. That is not working. I'm just kind of swiping it down. On some of these. Give our little bunny nose a swipe. I don't like how the top ones turned out. They're kind of like stringy. All right, now let me see if I can find another button to put on here, and I think that's it. I wish I would have thought about the second button at the same time. I would have looked at matching ones, but that's all right. Actually, I should see, do we have a white one? That one's kind of big. And that one's kind of perfect. If you wanted to give your bunny some little rosy cheeks, you could. I didn't do that ahead of time. I forgot about it, so I'm not going to do it on this one, but you could do that. It'd be easier before I put all the extras on it, so I'm not going to mess with mine now. Kind of clean up a little bit here, and I'll show you our finished project. Check her out. Isn't she adorable? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you all enjoy the Super Bowl, and I will be back again real soon. Bye, everybody.